How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting, and welcome back to Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Back to being in this game and figuring things out. Now, thank you for the reminders. I did equip a second orbal. Don't worry. Like, people were saying, like, oh, make sure you did it. I actually did it post the last game because I remembered it after I gave my outro. So I took care of that. Also, I did figure out, like, that you can rotate the camera, like, angle. However, the buttons that let me do it are not available currently. So I'm going to fiddle with that later. But for now, we're doing pretty good. I'm excited to get going, and we're going to jump in here and just go and figure out what's at the end of this tunnel, whatever's going on, and we'll figure it all out there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. So last time we met Estelle and Joshua, you know, adoptive siblings. They're out here becoming bracers, you know, become like kind of mercenary adventurers. And yeah, I guess just you know, we're kind of starting our hero's journey. We're kind of getting to know things. Our dad's pretty cool, and we're down here kind of proving ourselves, finding a treasure chest. So let's get started. Jump right in. Oh, there's already a monster up there. There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let us use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging in any further battles. Ornament charging stations are recovery points to set up in dangerous areas. As recovery points approach, an exclamation mark will appear. Two choices will be displayed by pressing the OK button. By selecting the rest option, all HP and EP will be restored. Sounds like a plan to me. Alright, because it looks like we have a little bit of EP and HP down, so I'm guessing we should just go ahead and use it. Yep. Hang on. Gotta do this thing where it's in the middle. Alright, so rest. That's cute. That has like music for it. All right, now we're fully all set. Now let's go and figure out what this monster wants of us. It's like a weird bipedal goat monster. Monster, 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of the battle will change depending on how the monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Okay, so it's kind of like Persona, like the Persona 5 setup, where it's like, yeah, that initial contact that determines like the starting conditions of the fight. But since we're approaching head-on, it's going to be neutral. All right, two of them. Battle order bar, in case when who attacks first starts from top and move down. All right, so we got ourselves our setup here. Now, I did check. So I got a fire gem and water gem attached. So I get a water attack, a fire attack, and a healing ability. So I'll go ahead and attack. Attack an enemy. You also use it to move if you are using a mouse to click the empty location. The highlighted area indicates the distance a character can move. Selecting a target in this area will move the character to attack. When an enemy is out of range, cancel icon will appear in your cursor. Selecting an out-of-range target will move the character as close as it is possible, but no attack will be performed. Okay. So, alright. I'm trying to see what I can do. Okay. So I can directly target. I can also move. Oh, fetch. Well, that didn't go like I hoped. Okay, so they're being nice to me. So I'm not using any spells as of yet. Okay, that'd probably be art, but it's focusing on just like learning attacks. Yeah, it's being kind to me. Yeah! Positioning's not really important as of yet.
That's that then.
Yeah. Woo! Some experience, some Sepith or whatever. March into the sewers. Because every game's gotta have a sewer level. Ooh, a swarm. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let us use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to be cast. Okay. EPs consumed when arts are used. EP can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, or by using character charging stations and other items like an EP charge. So, without, like, so charging items are necessary. Like, we can't, like, passively gain them after, like, in combat, which is unfortunate. Arts are effective against foes which are difficult to hit with a weapon or those on a physical attacks but with little effect. It takes time before it can be cast. Also, EPs consumed. Arts have an element. Determine the element most effective against your foe and use it. Okay. So swarms of butterflies. I'm gonna guess a firebolt will be effective. So it's like a setup thing. Speeds up the flow of time or emits a time-space shaking pulse. Okay, so that's the attack. So it's letting these guys just not, so we can... Nice. Very good.
Piece of cake.
I guess she has a voice. Not at all the voice like I gave her, but... Okay. Crisp onion. Delicious. Because, you know, nothing better than crisp onions found in the sewers. We'll get sneak attack on you. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that! Crafts have range limits, but they can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battles. Okay. So that's the third bar, CP. Alright, crafts are character-specific skills which not only deal out damage, but also have a broad range of effects. Using crafts consumes CP. CP is gradually gained by dealing out and receiving damage in battle. Okay, so... Morale encourages allies and gives 20% strength. Pommel is an attack. Beats an enemy senseless with a series of attacks. That's funny. But apparently I can't use this one. Can I? No. Morale!
Come on.
Sweet. And then you can do dual strike. Unleash a double slash with dual blades, or sever, which is a fainting assassin's attack. Jeez, that was a lot. Ouch. Oh, I don't need that. I need just a normal attack now. Beautiful.
All right, we rule.
Alright, a curative horn. I'm guessing it's like a potion or something. Alright. What's this way? Ooh, a chest. This must be our goal. Reviving bomb. Chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. That's a grated door. Okay. Alright, come at me, beast. Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. Wish there was an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. Ooh. S-crafts, which are unleashed as S-breaks, can be changed by going to tactics and then set S-break within the main menu. Okay. I'll check that out later. Okay, so it's giving us a chance to use them after we get like an attack in, because it's got us to like... There we go. There are actions which are called S-crafts, can be used immediately unleashed when ignoring the battle order once the CP gauge has reached 0. S-crafts can be used as the S-breaks can be changed going through the tactics and then set S-break within the main menu. Press the red break button to unleash the S-break. S-break cannot be unleashed under the cannot button. Now press the break button, unleash the S-break. If you're using a keyboard, you may use the numbers 1 through 4 keys or the arrow keys to select it before unleashing it. Okay, so I go like... Get him!
Here I come.
That's adorable. I love it. That's cool.
Let's do this!
Get him, boy! So it kind of sounds like we can have teams of 4, which is interesting.
All right, we're good to go.
Yes, yes we are. Juicy bone and curative horns. Alright, come at us. So, that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. So yeah. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, these icons indicate the bonuses allotted to the battle order. If a bonus icon appears next to a character's icon, they will receive that bonus. Okay, so we have a health bonus, and then they have like some kind of special attack probably at the end. 10 heals 10 HP, and red 7th up, etc. indicates the effects of each icon. So, alright, sounds good. I want to get rid of those swarms quickly. Yeah, the swarms are no good. Jetch! Good, they're down. That turn delay of using the magic really changes things a lot. Good. We reduce their options. Dang it, can't do that. There we go.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Crisp onion, juicy bone, and curative horn. To the chest. Found a small box. That's weird. There's a couple boxes inside this treasure chest. The fact that there's just not one but two is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Guessing it's our like bracer badges, or maybe bracers get bracers to modify themselves with as bracers. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of these boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they're nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua. I can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Cheryl when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. All right. Off we go. Now, so like, this was closed. I'm guessing I can't open it now, but I want to try anyway. Yeah, still can't do it. All right, guess we're just heading out again now. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need you to confirm the items in your possession. Handed over small box 2. Yep, they're the real deal, all right. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured it would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification exam. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's in the boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now. Let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say we'd pass the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware you're both tired, but this is not the time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is this day gonna be over? Oh well, no sense giving up when the finish line's in sight. Agreed. Seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Alright, back at the guild. Your final training, how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results to the work of the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Aina is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that you're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training. Upon approaching the counter, the talk marker will appear. Press the OK button to display the list of options. Select Report to report to the guild. Received payment for training retrieval. So, gotcha. 500 Mira and a BP1, whatever that is. Current rank is Junior Bracer 9th class. Good job, you two. Seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take of note is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira. Isn't that the only thing you will receive? You will also accumulate points, which are known as BP, Bracer points. BP are indications of your achievements as a Bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a Bracer and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of a Junior Bracer start at 9, go all the way to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded in your Bracer notebooks, so please have a look sometime later on. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Ani. Sorry about putting more work on your plate than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shara, it'll involve a whip. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you'll be learning from your own real-world experiences. Well then. Scheherazade pulls out 2 small boxes. Aren't these the boxes the ones? In answer to your question, yes, these are boxes you retrieved during today's training. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying it's okay if we open them? I imagine she must love holidays like Christmas. That's right. Why don't both of you have a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. Thought so. Junior Brace emblem. This crest is... So does this mean we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracers Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild! So I'm a Bracer now, huh? I think the realization's only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Woo! Look at us now, world! We did it! I just was happy until you made it eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but we need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand. You've been spending a lot of errands working with us during the busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, just wanted to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of the Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes. A long time ago with your father, Cassius trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help the guild guide the new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. Alright, see ya. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Scheherazade, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who's always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know we're qualified as junior bracers. Right. I wonder if... so I think we still need to go visit the store. Let's see, is there any chance I can get any missions right now? No. Hi there, Estelle, Joshua. Oh, hi, Ridge. It looks like your training's over, isn't it? I'm humbled to know you two are the youngest ever to pass the bracer exam. I look forward to working with you in the same capacity. Ourselves as well. I have to get back to work now. If there's something you don't understand, give me a holler. Talk. Congratulations, you two are now official members of the Bracer Guild. From now on, I'm going to be passing out jobs to you like candy. Bring it on, is all I have to say. I look forward to working with the guild. Alright. Looks like we don't have anything else, but we did have to go to the store and pick up something, I think. Those kids. Hurry up, let's go, and come on! Wait for me, Luke. Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the oh, great, it's Estelle remark? And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're heading? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. You know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business. Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wannabe. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool thinks it's better tasting milk and Liberl than milk that comes from the Persil farm. What? No way! You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become the real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers. More like bracers in training, really. Don't you think we should be getting our high horse just yet, Estelle? No, high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike the smart aleck and the cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can't accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle. What the likes of Estelle's supposed to mean? Just so you know, I can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Got it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are going to go to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train on my secret base before you know it, too. I'm going to be a bracer. Come on, Pat, let's go. All right, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy, Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. He's got a crush on you. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. Secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. Uh-huh. That's not really what I meant by curious. Yeah, I'm more worried about, like, out of town. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. So I can change the camera with this button. So I'm going to see if I can, like, map it. Oddly enough, like, the button that normally lets me map isn't letting me map all of a sudden. So I might have to stick with the keys to rotate. But yeah, I did figure out I can rotate this. Hey there, Estelle, Joshua. Good afternoon, Mr. Elger. Good afternoon, sir. Correct me if I'm wrong, but today's your last day of training, isn't it? Seems I remember you saying something about it last time I had you run the store. Yes, that's right. So, how'd your training go? That emblem on your chest means I shouldn't have expected anything less of Cassius, kids. But we're still bracers in training. I see. But well, I knew you were going to have to give up your part-time job here sooner or later. Yeah, really sorry about that. Don't sweat it. I knew it happened eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame, though. There's hardly anyone out there with a good eye for weapons as you. But that's the path you've chosen, so get out there and show us what you're made of. Okay. So I can't buy anything as of yet. I still feel like there's something I could have bought eventually. Oh, is it maybe the food? General goods? Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. What are you in the market for today? New pair of shoes? Now you mention it, are there any ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? Unbelievable. You actually already forgotten why we came here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberl news for Dad, right? Of course. Ha! You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid the new Stregas aren't out yet. I do, however, have a copy of the Liberl news if that's what you're after. All right, I'll take one copy then. That comes to 100 beer, please. Liberl news issue 1. I know Dad always buys a copy of the magazine, but does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Liberl News has an excellent reporter and camera woman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story about the Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. But I don't know about that. Why don't you tell me how you did today? Did you make it as bracers? Today was your last day of training, wasn't it? Yep, everything went smooth, too. But how do you know about it, Mr. Rion? In a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Rolland. I tend to hear a lot from the customers coming through here. I shouldn't have expected anything less from Rolland. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding. The women here especially love to gossip. One more thing before you go. This is my gift away saying congratulations. A free sample item I received with my shipment of goods, but don't hold any free part against me. Recipe book. Ooh. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, you're going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what's in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try it out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Received maple cookie. Well, I've made a personal rule to never turn down sweets. Ate maple cookie. Learned maple cookie recipe. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food and learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. Man, if that were true in life, that'd be awesome. You could just eat food and instantly know how to make it. I guess people like Gordon Ramsay could do that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had the opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not that I don't like cooking at all. It's just I've never seemed to get any better. I'd sort of love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you need any ingredients, I'd be delighted to serve as your cooking needs. You really know how to listen to your customers, Mr. Renan. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Eating a recommended dish at restaurants or using to-go meals adds a recipe to the recipe book. By selecting a recipe book, all learned recipes will be displayed. As long as the necessary ingredients are available, the food can be made. There are two types of food. Sit-down meals, which must be eaten on the spot, and to-go meals, which can be carried as items. Sit-down meals cannot be carried as items. Ingredients used for cooking can be bought at the store or acquired from monsters. All right, that's good to know. I'm glad it's definitely good we stopped by in here. All right, let's see if there's any other places in here, because you guys pretty much mentioned it. Like, it's a good idea to visit and talk to pretty much everybody. So, like, I'm gonna wander around and kind of explore. All right, so we've already been inside that clock tower. God, like, the camera jerks away. Estelle, Joshua, did the two of you really become bracers? What? How did you know? That's because working in media is my future goal.
I'm going to join the Liberl News Service and work as a reporter. Don't take my information lightly, either. Huh. Oh, sure thing. My gut feeling says the two of you are going to be in the tabloids.
Well, thanks. No, that's not good.
Is it romantic you two lovers are racers who stand for justice? I have a feeling the juicy drama is about to unfold. Lovers? Joshua and I are lovers or family. You really don't understand anything, Estelle. Joshua's adopted, and things could go either way in the future, right? Plus, leaving it at that would surely please the readers.
Readers?
Anyway, looking forward to both of you in more ways than one.
That's terrifying. You are a terrifying child. She's like, oh yeah, you two are lovers, right? You're gonna fall in love, right? But she's like, we're siblings. She's like, oh, it's adopted, it's fine. She's already like content pilled. It's the bar, huh? Marino.
Seems like somehow I'll be able to get the lumber I wanted. Simon, our septum purchasers are going through fine, right? Since I spared no effort in coming all the way to Roland, failure is not an option.
Let's see. We made contact with some people at the Migla mine. We're working out a few business details at the moment. Please wait just a little longer.
Elisa. Welcome. Oh, Estelle, Joshua.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Elisa?
Is there something going on today? Could it be you're on a date together? Yeah, right. Anyway, check this out.
Everyone thinks we're a thing.
I'm officially a real bracer. Well, congratulations, Estelle. You've always wanted to be a bracer ever since you were a kid, haven't you, Estelle? But don't bracers have a lot of dangerous jobs? Yeah, something like that. Joshua, Estelle, don't overdo it. Watch out for each other. Estelle has a tendency to get in over her head.
That's a very good observation, Alyssa. The only problem is Estelle doesn't realize this herself.
Huh, I'm standing right here, you guys. Joshua and I care about you, Estelle, that's all. Anyway, don't get too full of yourselves and end up getting hurt, okay? Okay.
Interesting. Mwah. He's just eating. Better get back to the mine before the boss figures out a dish to work. Yeah, you better. Wholesome pasta. Sure, let's try a recipe. All right, wholesome pasta. Learn wholesome pasta. So I talk to you, Radford. My son-in-law is still off the bat when it comes to this business. This isn't an easy job. It takes a good 2 or 3 years to become a real woodsman. Oh, okay, so that's just the other way out. All right. Oh, is it a cat? I can't pet the cat?
It's such a warm day today, isn't it? Looks like we'll be able to take a nice afternoon nap.
All right. So this looks like it might go out of town. Don't know if I want to go out of town. So a lot of this, like, local economy seems to be based on the mine. And I'm wondering if that's going to be a source of monsters. Oh, this is cool. Dang, this is like it's really, it's got, like, the town has a lot of depth to it. The way you can explore it, very free form. I talk to you. Okay, out of here. I know. Yeah.
My son Pat's been gone since this morning. Hope he's not getting in any trouble with Luke. I'm worried about what he's up to.
Well, we saw him. He seemed okay.
Thanks to the airliners in recent days, even Ron has been able to get a good selection of books. And thanks to that, I find myself compelled to buy a new one each time I head to the store. But I get yelled at by my wife for getting so many.
Oh, he's a guy. So maybe I should cut back a little. I've only got the first chapter of this novel, so if you want, I could give it to you. All right. Caranelia, chapter 1. I wonder if that's worth reading. Let's see. I want to check it out. If it's something I should ignore, like, let me know. But let's see. Carnelia, chapter 1. Oh, we have the Liberl news too. Let's see. Queen's 60th is nigh. Mouse anniversary, half a year countdown. Her Majesty Queen Alicia's 60th birthday celebration has begun. This has been a banner year for Her Royal Highness, sparking more anticipation than event ever seen before. But we must not forget too, this year is the 10th since the 100th Day War, a period of intense turmoil for all Liberl. As we celebrate, let us also reflect on the tragedies of the past, so that we may refrain from ever reliving them in the future. If we have been afforded this luxury of hindsight, we must use it to its fullest. Preparations underway at the Royal City. Main Street is filled with the bustle of men and women furiously preparing decor and merchandise for the upcoming festivities, and developing new products specifically to sale during the celebration. Reminds me of the Olympics. The competition is truly cutthroat. I yearn for my customers' taste buds to sing with delight, says Miss Sorbet, a local ice cream purveyor who deals her wares in the city's East Block. Sadly, her new menu will remain a mystery to us until the day of the festival. As the population grows, more and more businesses pop up all around me, but all that means is more customers, especially at festival time, so I'm certainly not complaining, she exclaimed with a sly smile. Miss Sorbet seemed to have a few tricks up her sleeve, so to all her competitors, we say, watch out. It's funny, it does feel very tabloidy, that's cool. Who shall stand, who shall fall. Prior to the festival, Her Majesty will be hosting an annual martial arts competition in the Royal Arena. This fiercely competitive tournament is always a big hit, with some avid spectators even regarding it as the day's main event. Which team will come out on top? Society. Burglaries across the Bose region. According to our sources, the Bose region has seen a string of burglaries over the last several days. The people have had enough. A Royal Army Border Patrol stationed at Hacken Gate has been stepping up efforts to apprehend the group of criminals responsible for these acts, and anyone with information on their identities is urged to contact the Border Patrol immediately. Travel. Finding the perfect getaway. The Kingfisher Inn along its beautiful Valeria Lakeshore is more popular than ever, following a visit from women of the Royal City. Won't you come fish with us too? Okay. And Carnelia. Imperial Chronicle. I stood there, upright in front of the revolving door, scuffing the heels of my boots against the ground, pulling slightly on the collar of my trench coat. Ooh, edgy. I dropped my chin, gazed at my partial reflection in the curved glass, sat for my short-cropped hair, wore a modest-looking, double-breasted leather raincoat and a pair of special-order steel-reinforced boots, both of which, at first glance, appeared to be the most common of common apparel. Yet they were in fact much more to the naked eye could detect. My ordinary average appearance. It was just as much important today as it had been on any other day of the days and times past. Not far off, the sound of footfalls echoed rhythmically like the steady beat of a pendulum swinging back and forth, as the throngs of those coming and going moved quickly along the cobblestone avenue, enveloping the tinged silver by the morning mist. At times, the calling voices of the street peddler disrupted the steady flow, but soon the hawking cry faded away and would resume its course. Each morning that I found myself sitting foot in the Imperial City, I also found my surroundings to be unchanged and stained by the sad, somber tone of gray. Snatching up a magazine from the underarm of a street vendor, I tossed a few mirror into their left hand, poised expectantly behind his back. The Imperial Chronicler, the magazine I read so often the ink bleeds were familiar. Roughly flipping open its cover, I scanned to the headlines along the top of the monochrome page. Then suddenly, my breath caught in my throat. At the very bottom of the local news page, I found those letters, the sequence of characters which I had not heard nor seen since the time of that life-changing incident. My eyes instantly gravitated to the spot and for a time remained fixed. Ein Selnat. The very meaning of those letters became lost to my senses as I stood there motionless, my gaze fixed on the same line of text until it all seemed to coalesce into a single blotch of ink. After a few seconds of blank comprehension, my vision settled and I wrenched my eyes to the beginning of the article. As I began to read, my memories verged on a single point in my past, then slowly started to run in reverse, heading for that fateful event 3 years prior when this name was first introduced to me. It was on the afternoon all those years ago, on a day not unlike this one. The capital was overshadowed by its typical gloomy aura. I was a little younger than now, a 22-year-old boy who stood silently in front of the banquet door as usual, double-checking his appearance before lightly treading over to Mitch's Imperial Factory. It was on this day that had been arranged for me to receive a new job from Mitch, the shop owner himself. Although he was a drab middle-aged man, I, being an ornament enthusiast, had found myself at one of his few regular customers. I headed down the dank alleyway, and after passing through a particularly rotted wooden gate, I could see through the soft glow of the flickering orbal light just outside the entrance of the factory, whose structure was halfway below street level. I first began receiving jobs from Mitch about the time when dissension began to occur in society over the 100 Days' War. It was during this period the relations between the Liberal Kingdom and the Empire were at their worst, and the importance of orbments had become almost non-existent. You'd think that'd be the opposite in times of war. Conspiring with underground elements and planning a smuggling operation, Mitch had me out to be his accomplice in crime, for the job which I received by his hand was none other than that of a courier. Being nothing more than a commoner in my teens at the time, I met him in his at a juvie devoid of any connections in life-based. Besides, I naturally jumped at the opportunity at a moment's hesitation. Yet, even after relations with Liberl had returned to some degree of normalcy, I realized I was in no mood to give up my specialty, which focused mainly on the delivery of stolen goods. The reason being, there was no job out there which could bring in the kind of mirror this one did. With an unrefined and inconspicuous appearance, I had countless times before hidden items of various sorts in my hat, trousers, and made my way hither and thither between the borders of these neighboring nations. And though, to my delight, my wallet had become increasingly laden with the bounty of more monetary rewards, I had routinely changed my alias as a precautionary measure. So much, in fact, that these false names had built up into quite a list over the last few years. I've been known as Phil, the frivolous, Rooney, the trickster, and even Chris, the coward. However, Mitch had always called me by one name, Toby. This was the identity I'd used for my initial job, and the one I liked above all the others. Interesting. That does sound like a cool little story. I wonder how much more there is to that. Just when I thought Luke had come home, he took off out the door again. Told the boy dinner was almost ready, too. That boy's always running around like his pants are on fire. He just can't sit still for 2 minutes. Alright, let's try and head outside the city and see if we can go find the boys. And maybe that young girl who also apparently has gone missing. Estelle, let's head home. We should let Dad know we're qualified as junior bracers. Yeah, forgot about that. Okay, so, not quite yet. Maybe later. Music is pretty good, though. Estelle! Joshua! I'm glad I found you two! Oh, it's Anya. Oh, hi, Anya. Is something wrong? You seem to be quite in a hurry. We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? Excuse me. I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland. The tower? You mean the Tower of Esmelis? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Scheherazade is out on a bracer business, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if it's such a good idea that you've only just qualified to be junior bracers today. Well, with all due respect, I believe Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask you to lose no time in bringing about the safe return of these children. Roger that! Understood. The Esmelis Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Magala Trail. You can get onto the Magala Trail through the Roland Northwest Gate. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. Alright. It's our first real job. Come on, Joshua. We don't have time to lose. I'm right behind you. Well, Northwest Gate. We're facing north now. So northwest would be this way. Yeah, here. Malga Trail. All right, let's save real quick just for safety's sake. I wonder if we're gonna counter. Oh, yep, there's a monster. Gotcha! Preemptive attack. Woo! Yeah, we get like a bonus round of attacks at the beginning. Boom.
We rule.
We do rule. Here we are at the tower. Jeez, this isn't like I thought it was gonna be like a little lighthouse. This thing looks like a freaking mansion. Looks like we come all the way to the Esmelis Tower. I didn't see any sign of them along the trail. Do you think they wandered inside? It's likely that's the case. Let's go in. Looks like we'll need to hurry. Right. We can explore on our way back, because I'm guessing I missed a chest in that other path. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Oh, fetch. Quit being a baby. We're only on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come here. Estelle, you alright? Luke! Pat! If you can hear me, answer me now! Those little prats.
They pretending they can't hear me.
They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. Off we go. Alright, rotation. So I can see where I'm going. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Second floor.
What are we going to do? Somebody help!
Oh. Run full speed in direction of the voice. Rush in simultaneously with Joshua. Yeah, we'll do it at the same time.
Let's go, Joshua.
Right, I got your back.
You monsters, go somewhere else. No, Shoo Shoo, leave us alone.
Chew on this!
Estelle, what are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too. Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around.
We'll take care of them. Yeah, we will. Oh, we actually have them here in the battle. Protect all NPCs. If an NPC hits 0, game is over. Makes freaking sense to me. Alright. So the NPCs have turns. I wonder if I can, like, move them to, like, keep them safe. Aw, you serious? Strength up. Well, let's kill it then. Thought so. Why are you moving in? You idiot children. It's okay. We got this, boy. Okay, so they just kind of random. That's nice, I guess.
Come on.
Okay, boosted his strength. Whew! That was his charged attack, too. Glad it missed. 69. Nice. Alright, NPCs, very useless in the future. Remember that. So she's got double strength up. Die!
Piece of cake.
Alright, beast flesh.
Looks like that's that.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was great timing with you blitzed with those monsters, Estelle.
You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome! You really showed him, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp! Ow, that hurts! What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will?
No, you didn't.
It's time to think about what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. Is that what thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time for you to give you some special discipline.
You're gonna unlock a kink of his.
Ow, 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 ow. All right, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was all my fault. Estelle? Shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach us at school? That brat doesn't deserve forgiveness. A little discipline should do the trick.
Estelle, behind you!
Something with teeth, isn't it?
Oh, it's a fish?
Nice monster?
I'm not gonna make it in time. Oh, fetch! Hey, it's Dad!
Huh? Dad, you came.
Still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer.
Dad? What are you doing here?
I just happened to be in town and heard the whole story from Anya. I'll give you points for your quick thinking, taking action, and come after the children. But you failed to follow through completely.
I really messed up, didn't I?
It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching her back. That just means you two have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So, how about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk?
I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle.
Of course I was. I'm her father. All right, everyone, let's file out of here.
I'm with you, Mr. Bright.
It's okay, Estelle. Give her head pats.
Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful Dad saved me behind. But why does I have to go and take all the credit like that? Really chaps my hide.
That's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassius Bright. That was cute.
Seems like you've had quite a day. Dad is just unbelievable. The second we got back to Rollins, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off for home. That's sheer nerve, I tell you.
There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. Alright, received payment for child rescue. 1,000 Mira and 3 BP. Current rank, Junior Bracer, 9th class still.
You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even a better job on your next job. If anything else comes up, I'd appreciate your help again. Sure.
How about we head home too?
I guess we'd better. I've still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on a sec? A letter I wrote for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since you went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead?
Received letter to Cassius.
I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. Yeah, I imagine so. The letter appears to be from an old foreign branch, one of our foreign branches.
One of the guild's foreign branches.
I'm sure you already know by now, Liberl isn't the only country whose Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father's widely known all across the Zumarian continent, so we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure he gets this letter, I'd appreciate it.
All right. But I think that's where we're going to be ending for today. That was a lot covered. I don't know. Again, like I'm going to be cutting out some of like the filler stuff, so it's probably shorter than the first episode. But with the story readings, I want to include those because I want to know. Biggest thing I want to know from viewers, because again, this is a whole new series. I don't know what to expect. Do you mind, and is it okay, like, to read the documents and stuff that we get, like this tabloid and like the first chapter of that book we got? I enjoyed them, and I'll definitely read them for myself. But is something you want me to share with you, or should we just skip over that next time? It'll definitely mean we can cover more of the core content on the channel, but at the same time, it's kind of part about immersing ourselves in an entire story, isn't it? So, I don't know. I want to leave that up to you. I'd like to know your input on that. So please let me know in the comments below. This isn't me just like pining for comments. This is literally like the feedback I get helps me know how to cultivate and edit these videos in the best way possible. If it's a game I knew, like Persona, I kind of already knew what I wanted to show and how to cut that down. Even then, I leave a lot of the story stuff in because that's the stuff I find really interesting. And a lot of other content creators that cover stuff like Persona 5 is being covered right now actively and is almost finished by RT Game. I love his playthrough and I love his edited versions for his YouTube, but he does cut a ton of the story content out, which is stuff I kept in because I enjoy showing that stuff. So I'm inclined to show it, but I also don't want to waste time if you think it's just frivolous and not worth it. I also maybe could do a different segment where I could maybe like edit those to be at the end of an episode, so that like if you wanted to like watch like the core content and then you wanted to stick around for some of that bonus reading, you could. That's another option. So like just let me know what you think about that. But thank you so much for being here today. Especially thank you to the patrons who have been able to make this content more possible, help make it so I can make it so more regular, and just, you know, covering this series. It's been pretty plainly established by a lot of you that this series is massive but worth it, and it's exactly what I signed up for. It's the kind of content I love to make, so hopefully if you're willing to stick around for the long haul, we got quite an adventure to explore and go through with all these game titles we've got access to, and new ones that are being translated actively now, which is fantastic. So if you want to see more, please let me know. Thank you so much for the patrons who help make it possible for this to even be covered on the channel, and until the next video, watch me or see me next. I'll see you there.